My internet appears to be taking its time today. Okay. All right, let's start. We're gonna do the lymph flush because I know that everybody needs more detoxification at all times. So start with rubbing your hands together. After this, we'll get up and breathe and do all the things. We're just gonna start with lymph right away. Right hand to the upper left clavicle. You're going to the subclavian vein. It's a choke point for the lymph going back in. It's not a choke point. It's a weird way of putting it, but it's a pathway back into the bloodstream to filter out the lymphatic, which has this is the biggest area coming back into the blood. So we want to make sure that to open this one first. Left side of our body is doing like 3/4 of the lymph. Right side is doing 1/4. So we want to get this one first. And I sometimes move myself around as well to make sure that I'm kind of massaging the lymph from the inside and the outside. And then we'll go to the other side, same thing. And I'm going both above and into here and below my clavicle. You can yawn, release your jaw. Inviting the lymph in your head to also clear. So glial lymph, the cells in your brain, also having a chance to clear. And then we're going to go to the angle of the jaw right here, going kind of just almost behind your ear and underneath. Really gentle in this area. And sometimes like you can feel the inflammation in there in an area, or sometimes the place is tender, then just be softer and gentler with it. Don't force and make it uncomfortable. We're going to do one face point or maybe a couple coming in right next to your nostrils, getting in there. Squish up your face, open up your face. What do they call it? Lemon pumpkin. Lemon pumpkin. I don't know. It's one of those ridiculous, squeeze it, open it, squeeze it, open it. And then come just under there. We're going to do a second point right in there. Relax your tongue, squish, move it around. And then hands rubbing together, 10 little dragons running through the forest, getting your skin. See how like I can move my skin of my cranium on my cranium? Get your skin to move so nothing's getting jammed up. Enlivening your cranium. And even those suture joints of your cranium, they have like, there's a certain amount of movement, not like we could see it, but there is like shifting and changing in there. So we don't want to think of it as being like locked up and tight, but having living movement, living motion all over our body. Just come down the back of the neck for a second, shoulders in here. If I didn't have we're going to do it anyway. Just get your ears, give them a little movement. If you can, I've got my earbuds in, but get your finger in there a little bit, gentle. So we're just affecting the vagus nerve, the lymph, getting the stuff moving. And then let's just do a quick pull down your sternocleidomastoid toward that subclavian vein. Same thing on the other side. All the things that we can do to be healthier. Come in, K27 points. They're just below your clavicle. There should be like a little indentation there. Circle around in there. You can relax your neck, jaw, and throat. If you turn your head from side to side, take in your environment, giving your brainstem the information that you are safe, and you can downregulate a little, let go of any extra hypervigilance that you might be holding on to, feeling unsafe. Look around, tell yourself, I'm safe, nothing horrible. There's no saber-toothed tiger around the corner jumping out at me. Let's do a little Tarzan with some sound. Then back to the lymph points, the right hand to the left armpit pec. Squishing, squeezing, massaging. I really recommend that you look online at Google and look for the lymphatic system and see what's going on in our body. And then you'll just go, oh, these are the places. Gives you another layer of imagery so that when you're working on places in your body, it's not just random, but there's like a connection. So I switched. I don't know if you switched. And then the next place we're going to go is the sternochyli, between your belly button and your xiphoid process. So right in the middle, pushing in and up, pumping in and up. Oh, let your front of your abs soften to get in there. If you can't soften very much, just lean forward so you're a little rounded, contract it, not contracting the muscles, but just letting yourself hang forward into the inguinal fold between your pubic bone and your hip bones. Lots of lymph in there, lots of lymph nodes in there. And then the last place, behind the knees. You can bend and straighten just right behind the eye of the knee. I'm kind of getting my finger in like this and going like that behind my knee, circular pattern. And let's just do a couple more. You're just going to go down to your ankles, just rub around your ankle and the top of your feet like this. Maybe around the back, your Achilles. And then you're going to go to your elbow right in here. And then take it down to your wrist. And then the same thing on the other side, elbow. And then down to your wrist. So that's a pretty full-on version today. Partly because I haven't been getting enough sleep because I'm like working on like a million shows. And also partly because COVID's going again and it's the fall. And my body always needs more resilience practices in the fall. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go, bounce around. If you have the energy, jump up and down, and the springiness in your joints, go for it. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Just make it smaller. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, bounce, bounce, bounce. And again, inhale, open. Shake it out, let it go. Letting go of any extra tension in your body that you do not need to hold on to. Open it up, clearing out the energy, shaking it out, let it go. And let's circle our pelvis. So circling around, big circles, feeling your head-tail connection, mobilizing so that as we're moving around, as we're moving our body, we're just inviting the discs, the cushy marshmallows of our discs that are supporting each vertebra in between them, kind of springing them away from each other to be more springy. Change direction. We're also inviting spaciousness into our spinal cord. So from our head tail, we have our CSF, cerebral spinal fluid, bolstering our brain. Change direction if you haven't changed direction. And it is acting kind of like the lymph, clearing away waste from our brain, from our nervous system, and also bringing oxygen and nutrition. So it's bringing the good things and taking away the bad things. So we want to think that as we move, we're just increasing the capacity for that movement to happen. Head-tail connection, cerebrospinal fluid moving through our bodies. Let's take our arms out to the sides and just make circles back. I'm going to spread out my fingers. Then I'm going to take my palms up. And then I'm going to take my palms down, still circling back. And I'm going to circle with my hands to the back. Then I'm going to change direction. Palms down to the floor, palms forward, palms up. See if you can get palms back. Just circling. So I'm going to keep changing. And then I'm going to change the circle. So it's easier if you circle and spiral in one direction than circle and spiral the other direction. Spiraling in the tissue, changing direction every time you change the internal-external rotation. Good. And then we're going to do an internal rotation curl. And external rotation, arch. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch and open. And I'm doing my legs as well as my arms. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Oh, somebody is coming here for something in a minute. It is my drummer in my band. So, and I have to give her something. Okay. I almost never look at my phone when I'm doing when I'm teaching, but she needs one of these. All right, let's spiral. Gentle spirals. If spiraling's not going to work for you, don't do it. Like if spiraling's going to be too much, here's an alternative, just cross crawl in front. Otherwise, twisting, looking around behind you. So it really depends. Like sometimes we have sensitivities to one type of movement and not another. Or sometimes we need to be more warm to do different things. Let's change that. Let's go with a ripple from the bottom to the top, waving through your body. And then side to side. And again, we're inviting those discs and vertebrae in our spine to be springy and resilient. Strong, springy, and resilient. There we go. That's the name of the class. Strong, springy, and resilient. I was talking about like having our capacity to deal with life also. Like, can we have some rebound so that we can have some highs? Maybe our lows are low, but we come back into the middle, or we just live this very even keel life where nothing happens. We're very safe. Vitality is in the springiness. It's in the aliveness. It's not in the, I am going to do the same thing all the time. So if you need to shift things up, shift things up. Let's do the cross crawl as a group. Opening up, just touching, hand to knee. I'm going to open wide. So this is a contralateral pattern, great for our nervous system. Walking, running, some forms of swimming, some forms of biking. Like it depends. You really have to use the cross crawl in your body or the contralateral pattern when you're biking if you're going fast, but you can also not really use it very much. So it really depends. Let's go to the back, same thing, touching. Seeing if you can hit your foot, opposite arm to leg, contralateral movement. So there are 3 basic patterns, and then there's a million combinations of them, but the basic patterns are like an upper versus lower pattern, upper versus lower. Next level, one side versus the other side, right versus left. And then next level, contralateral patterning. This is what humans do, right? There are a few other like deeper levels, like when just breath support, or core distal, that's another level of development. But these basic movement patterns of upper versus lower, also known as homologous movement, right side versus left side, homolateral movement, and then contralateral movement, cross-body work. And when we're working our tissue, our body, our nervous system, if we keep cycling through those patterns, we're going to be getting a more 3-dimensional workout in the tissue. I'm like trying not to sit down because Sierra is going to be here in a minute, but I wonder, I could just also put, nah, I'll just wait till she gets here. And then I'll leave you for 2 seconds. Let's come down to the floor. 2 seconds of independent thought. Circles with your gut, letting your diaphragm move around over your organs. As you're doing these circles, don't think, like for the most excellent movement efficiency, you are not adding tension that is unnecessary, right? So a lot of times people say, engage your abs, squeeze your core, clamp your butt. Like sometimes we need to do those things, but most of the time we don't. And that is just adding tension to the system, change direction. If we're using the muscles to do something, then yes. But if we're just adding tension to the pack, let's try to let some of that go, especially in the gut body, right? Especially in your belly. And let's take it down to, actually, let's take it down to the floor. We may do the other non-dominant leg, but I want to just get onto the floor and knee drop from side to side. Bending one knee, folding it in, opening, letting your inner thighs release, letting this massage through your hips and lower back. You can turn your head in the opposite direction if that feels good, or just stare at the ceiling, another option. Coming in, stretch your legs up, give them a shake out your arms. Again, inviting lymph fluid to move, right? If we're holding and squeezing, we're blocking flow. So we want like our body to be flowing easily, the breath moving in, the lymphatic fluid flowing, blood flowing. Tension masks sensation and tension blocks flow. Take your knees into your chest, spiral. Head away from your legs. If you're not ready for a spiral yet, do a full roll from side to side, just keeping the body like organization. So it's right versus left, opening and closing. You could also just throw that in, really working with what you need to do in your body right now. And then coming in, and let's take arms and pelvis up, and then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, fold and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Leave your hands down. Open your feet just a little wider. Circles with your pelvis. Big circles. And change direction. Hip sockets, lubricating up. So we're greasing up the joints. Also in the spine. And then roll it down through your spine, taking it into a happy baby. Wiggle around in the baby. And roll back and forth. Rolling through your body. So here we have the upper versus lower again. Letting it massage out your back. Trying to hollow and scoop in. And then let's come back up to seated in a cross-legged position. Put your non-dominant leg in front. So whichever one wasn't there, I did get back to it. Whichever one wasn't there before, whichever one feels awkward, that's what we're going for. Side, side stretch. Letting yourself go off vertical with your head, making that nice big C curve through your spine. Inviting in resilience into your body. Living bodies, always capable of more resilience while you're alive. Take it to the side, circle around. That might be a tiny, tiny bit more resilience, or it might be a lot, right? It might be, it's just a little bit, or it might be a lot. And it might just be in your outlook. Can I be more resilient in the way that I look at this situation? Can I have more springiness to my response? Good. Let's take it down the front and hang out there. Just shift from side to side. Head, neck, relaxed. Spine freeing up, sending a ripple through your spine. Ripple, wave, undulation. And then coming in back down to our backs. Let's grab a block. If you have a block, grab a block. I'm also going to just grab my weights and get them in the vicinity. Is she here yet? No. So block is going to go right on your pubic bone, in between your legs. Have a moment of excitement. Touch your toes down to the floor. And then legs up on the diagonal, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, touch down. You can release your feet and then push off, pointing through your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, relax your feet down, point your toes to come up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and relax it down. Breathe and open both your knees and just rock it from side to side. So knees stay open, you're massaging through your butt. Letting that mash out your glutes. And then let's take it and internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in. Great for the health of your bones and your muscles and your tissues to get this internal, external rotation and also work through center, right? So that the tissue is having these different demands placed on it, which changes the demands placed on the bones also. And that builds the density in a more even manner. When the bones and muscles and tissues have to do all these different things, internally rotate, externally rotate, be in center, right? That puts the demand on the tissue and the bone to develop strength in that very three-dimensional way. Just take your heel, hook it over, relax. Strength and resilience, right? Capacity to move that way. It's not like, oh my God, what are we doing now? It's like, oh yeah, I can do this. And I can support you in multiple different ways. Okay, I hear her. Have a moment of independent thought. Stretch whatever you need to stretch. Hi. Yes, I'm in the middle of teaching, so okay. Go ahead. You know where it is. Oh, just keep walking through. And go to the end and take a right. You're welcome. Okay, so taking it with the big circles of the legs, circling, opening, taking it down, up, open it out, and down, up. I'm going to flex as I open all the way down, up, open, down, up, open, down, up, open, down. 3 more. 2. Last one. Leave your legs down there and take a heel rock, just digging your heels into the floor. Relax your neck and head, relax your shoulders, jiggle, shake, release, let go, melt. And then internally, externally rotate your legs. Take your arms up over your head, deep breath in, exhale, rolling it up. We're going to do a dive forward. If you need to bend your knees, do it. If not, inhale, lift and open, exhale, roll it down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, rolling it up, dive forward, reach, take a little arch on top, exhale, roll it down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, diving forward, reach it out, scoop, lift, arch. Come into vertical, roll it down. Inhale, open, exhale, fingers past your toes, keep reaching forward through your spine. Lift, lift, lift. At the top, have a moment, look up, see the light. and exhale, roll it down. Inhale. You can also do this with bent knees. If it hurts to roll up with your legs straight, do it with bent knees. Last one. We're going to roll up and stay there. Just walk your butt from side to side. Release, let go, melt and soften. And then slide your heels in, and you're going to inhale, press up, and exhale, take it back. Inhale, push, exhale. Inhale, open, exhale. You might only go here. If your arms aren't that long, or if you have a long torso and short arms, you might not be able to go all the way back, but do what you can. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it back and forward fold again. Release into it. Soften and melt. Gentle inside your body, letting go. And let's flip around and come onto all fours. Of course, like I'm going to have a sip of water right before we do something where I might potentially be going upside down. Oh, well. Take it onto all fours. Let's do a set of tricep push-ups. So just elbows into your sides, knees on or off the floor, whatever you want to do. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up the front of your pecs. Shift a little bit. Wiggle around. Front of the deltoids too. Deltoids and pecs opening up. Taking your arms out. Walk them out. And then draw them back down. Walk them out. Draw them down. Walk them out. Shoulders to your ears. And then retract. Draw it down. Walk it out. Draw it down. Last one. Walk it out. Draw it down. Coming up. Opening your hands so that they're wider than your sticky mat. Chest to the floor. Mobilizing your spine. Mobilizing your heart. Mobilizing your lungs. Change direction. And come back in. Elbows to the floor. Come up to your tippy fingers and lower. Elbows down. Up, tippy fingers and lower. Tippy fingers, like my fingers on the floor, but I'm just folding in that ridge. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 3 more. Down, up, 2. Last one. And let's take it all the way down to the floor. All the way to your belly on the mat. Bend your knees. Let your legs fall from side to side, massaging out the front of your quads. Letting that femur head move up in that hip socket. Relaxing your gut body, creating space for your belly. And your organs, right? We don't want to squish them all up. Give them room to move. And then tops of the feet on the floor, arms out to the sides. Let's do those circles. So circles where you're spiraling your arms back. You're going to change direction, spiral your arms forward. Change direction, spiral back. Change direction, spiral the other way. Just going in your own time. Rotator cuff out through your fingertips. Nerves also are getting movement in here, right? The nervous system is routed through our whole body. It's moving through our fascia, and it's even like the fascia is moving into our nerves as well. So like it's very intricate, interconnected system. And then just spiral in, spiral out, spiral in, spiral out, spiral in, spiral out, spiral in, spiral out. Hands next to your chest, arch and open, and take it down. Up and down, up and down, arch and release. Just going as high as it feels good. If you want to try and bend your knees, go for it. Opening the front of the body. Last one. And relax. Let's come onto our backs. Taking your knees into your chest. Just let go. Make some sound. Roll side to side a little bit. Letting it massage through your back. Give your body the message that whatever is holding in there can let go a little bit. Soften and melt. And you can roll all the way onto one side and then onto the other side. Slow and easy, letting your head fall into the floor, dropping down into the earth, releasing into gravity, nestling into Mother Earth. Letting go. Letting the fluids in your body move stuff through. So your fluid systems in your body, and we are pretty much bodies of water, being at least 60 or 75% water, depending on our age, or if we're younger, we could be more than that. And if we're older, I don't know if anyone's less than 60% water, who knows? Bring it in and let's lower the legs down. And we're gonna press up. Get so that your lower leg is a little closer to your body. We're gonna press up to our heels and lower. Inhale, up to tippy toes, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's walk our shoulders closer together. Interlace your hands behind your butt. See if you can push up a little higher. And again, inhale, heels up, heels down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're going to change it. Just the toes peel up and lower. Toes, lower, toes, lower, toes. Then flexing your foot. Flex your foot. Lower, flex, lower, flex, lower, flex, lower. Release your hands, open it out, slowly roll down to the floor. Breathing, big breath into your body. And then take a push with your feet. Let that send a wave of movement up and down through your spine. Little undulation through the river of the spine. Letting go. Softening, spaciousness inside the bones of your spine so that there's room in there for your spinal cord. And then wiggle it out, side, side, jiggle, let go. And let's go with one leg at a time. One leg up, the other leg out. Pulsing in 1, 2. You can drop your head to the floor if your neck gets tired. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing it, hands behind your head, elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing it again, flexing feet up to the ceiling. Exhale, point down. 1, flex up. 2, flex up. 3, flex. 4, flex. 5, flex. 6, flex, really crossing your body. 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax, drop it down. Free up your spine, Free up your guts, wiggle, let it go, shake it out, let go of any extra holding. So we want to work the muscles, but then we want to let them go. So our muscles can be soft and resilient, not like just chronically holding tension. You want your like baseline to not be very tense, and your relaxedness to be really released, so that when we drop down, we can soften and melt. Letting things move through our body. All right, let's flip onto our sides and let's do a side plank. So coming up into a side plank, pushing the floor away, pulsing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Down onto your side, we're going to go, how much of this do I want to do? Let's just do turned out leg, flex up, point down 1 for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, reaching out through your toes, 7, reach through your heel, reach through your toes, 8, I know I'm adding extras, 9, 10. Take your legs 2 inches in front of you, knee to your chest, kick back, flexing your foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, reach it out, 5, really going into the back space, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Point your toes in the back, touching down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knee, grab on, stretch your quad, take it back. You can internally and externally rotate there, feeling the stretch up the front of your thigh. Breathing into it. We're going to come back into the side plank, big circles with the top arm, 3 or 4 in one direction, following your hand with your eyes, and then change direction other way, opening up. Nice movement in your rotator cuff. Good, and take it down. Swing your legs around. We're going to do a side plank on the other side and do the whole thing on the other side. Pressing up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down. Kicking up behind your shoulder, flex up, point down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your legs 2 inches in front of you, top leg up, flex and kick back. 1, 2, knee in the plant. 3, trying to avoid it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let this stretch the front of your gut body. 8, 9, 10. And the front of your psoas and the front of your hip flexors. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab it, take it back, breathe. Letting go of tension, melting, softening, stretching. And then we're coming back into our side plank, pressing up, circles 3 to 4 in one direction, following your hand with your eyes, and then other way. Good, and let's bring it down. Open it up into a big straddle or a small straddle. You can elevate your pelvis there if you need to. If you're going to elevate your pelvis here, like lifting up higher on something, it's probably going to be more comfortable if it's like a towel rolled up or a mat rolled up or something like that. Like the block, I don't think is a great option for that. Let's take it over to the side. Breathe into it. Open, open, open. Turn and face your leg. Take it down. Back to your side. And inhale up. Other side. Breathe into it. Try not to let your butt pop off the floor. Really keep it down so you get that stretch deep in here, inside your pelvis, front, like inside your QL. And then down, face your leg. And again, sideways. Breathing deep into your body, letting your diaphragm really descend on the inhale. Take it up. Let's go with flexed feet, taking it forward. You can just go down and hang out. If you need to bend your knees there or come into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, go for it. Work with what you need to do in your body. And then bring it up. Just circle your shoulders for a second. One direction, the other direction. Rib cage, side, little shift. Letting that go. Maybe circle the ribs. Rib cage, lungs, heart, diaphragm, sliding around. Liver, your liver's in there, sliding around too. And you want those surfaces to be slidey, so there's movement in there. We're not trying to lock our bodies into this, like, you know, if we lock it down, we don't have a lot of resilience because it doesn't have the chance to flow and to move. Let's bring it up. Rolling across your butt. Yeah, hydration isn't going to happen as easily in a system that's all locked down, right? We need the movement. Think about like a building on lockdown. The people aren't moving around in there. It's horrible lockdown. Or a city. The rest of the city does well. All the plants and the trees when the people aren't there. Maybe that was a bad analogy. All right, let's take it onto one knee and you're going to circle, take it into a little arch, down, switch it to the other side, arch, open, down. We want the movement in our bodies. We want the flow of fluids moving easily through us. We want sensation so we can know what's going on, not lock it out so we don't feel. All right, let's come back onto our bellies. Into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Twisting underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take it down, relax. Let's roll it up and let's come up onto our knees. If you need extra padding under your knees or to skip this entirely, feel free to do that. Anytime the exercise that I'm doing isn't right for you, feel free to do something totally different. If your body's saying, I need to do this, then do it. Sometimes, like when I'm traveling or something and I want to work out, sometimes I will do one of my own workouts. And like I'll watch myself on YouTube. And I usually don't do all the same stuff. I do different things. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that instead. So feel free to shift it around. Anthony always laughs at me. He's like, you like looking at yourself on TV. I'm like, shouldn't I? I'm like, is there something wrong with that? I think I'm funny. I like my sense of humor. And it's even funnier to me when other people don't think it's funny. So, yeah. All right, curl your toes under, take it to a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. Lifting your heels high, lowering down. Press it up, lower down. Press it up, lower down. Lift your heels, scoop your belly in, roll it forward into a plank. Find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, scoop it in, roll it forward. Find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up to the ceiling, take it down. Heels high, scoop, round, roll it forward. Reach it out, drop, push, roll, and lower. Last one, up, roll it forward, reach it out. Let's stay there one leg at a time, going 1, 2, alternating, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take it down. I feel like culturally, we're not really encouraged to like ourselves very much. And it's certainly dangerous to people who want to sell you things if you are happy with who you are. Not dangerous, but they're not going to win a lot of money from you. Legs up, shake it out. If you don't need to fix yourself. I feel like, it's not like a fix yourself. Life is a process. We're going through it. Things are coming up, they're shifting, they're changing. It's a dynamic experience of being with ourselves in our body in the moment as we go along through our lives. Let's do kind of a hard one. You're going to reach your legs out, come up, reach it out. If you want to come up onto your butt, you can. Inhale, open, 1 low. Inhale, open, 1 high, or all low. Stretch it out, draw it in, stretch it out, bring it up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is our last one. And relax. Open your feet wide, press your pelvis up, interlace your hands behind your butt. Again, walk your shoulders close together and just push, opening up the front of your belly. Push the floor away. Lift your heels, make circles with your ankles, circling them away from each other, and then circling them towards each other, changing direction. And then lower your heels down, knees together, knees open. Close it in, open, close, open, close, open. Bring it into center, open your hands, roll it all the way down. Let's take the right ankle over the left knee, or I'm going to do knee to knee. So you can either do ankle to knee or knee to knee, drawing it up and in, breathing into it, hip stretch. If you've got here with a knee to knee and you want to challenge yourself, circle your ankles in one direction and then circle them another way, the other way. Breathe into your stretch. And release, give it a little shake. Things are falling onto my face. Change sides, draw it in. If you're in the same stretch as me, circle your ankles one way and then the other way. And then release, lower down. Just take a couple of deep breaths and let your body weight really drop into the floor. So if any part of you feels like it's sort of lifting up away from the floor, on the exhale, melt it into the floor. Let the bones get very heavy. Let the muscles and fascia, tissues all relax as much as possible. Breathing into it. Softening your body, melting and letting go. Feeling the rise of the inhale. So as we inhale, there's a sort of levity. We rise away from the earth. As we exhale, we just drop into the earth, letting go and melting. Filling up and expanding on the inhale, melting, letting go on the exhale. Good. And then coming in. That was our breathing at the end of class on the floor. I'm going to end it if anyone was in TV land or has made it through. Oh, it was private, so nobody made it through because sometimes it does that.